Okay, time to work soldiers indeed. What's up, guys? Varieties here, bringing you a COD Ghost gameplay. Please don't shut this game off, because since it's COD Ghost, hey, it's garbage, right? No. Listen, this gameplay was actually really special. I actually picked up more tags than my entire team combined. And, I don't know, it was one of my older gameplays on here. As you can see, I'm only like Prestige 1. And, yeah. But the main topic I wanted to get into for this gameplay was, what do you guys think was the straw that broke the camel's back for Call of Duty? Let's go back to the beginning, shall we? So, my very first COD game was World at War in 2008 on the PS3. Sorry. I absolutely loved it. It was a World War II shooter. It got me absolutely just hooked on the franchise, and it was a brilliant start. It was just a brief introduction to what will be in Call of Duty. And here I am today, 7 years later. Unfortunately, it wasn't all peaches and cream. I played World at War for the entire year, and then came Modern Warfare 2. Ugh. Honesty is the best policy, right? Well, I hated the game. The perks, the explosive dominated over guns, the knifing, the snipers, the dreaded pre-patch models, and the dying way too quickly, showing somewhat of a resemblance from this gameplay you're seeing of COD Ghost. I played the game, leveled up to level 70, and that was it. I stopped playing Modern Warfare 2 in January, never went back until 2013 when around Black Ops 2 era, Ghost. From January until Black Ops 1 came out, in 2010, I played World at War. I went back to it. It started getting a little bit hacked. I mean, Treyarch didn't really put too much emphasis on the security enforcement or any of that, but it was still relatively playable. Not like it is now, where just every single lobby is bloody hacked to shreds. I then realized there was such a thing as Call of Duty 4. Playing this game in 2010 made such a difference. The COD community today is just complete AIDS. And I say that with the nicest possible intentions, because I'm still technically part of the COD community, but back in the day, you didn't have people exploiting all the minor faults the game has and later resulting in the entire community finding out where the soft spots in Call of Duty are. Nobody was around to say, or YouTube wasn't around to tell people, use Danger Close, or use the MP40, or use the silenced Gaze CR with Assassin, or just sit in a corner with Ghosts and a silenced Galil. You'll have tons of fun that way, and you'll get tons of kills. Leading on to Black Ops 1, the start of the camping revolution, nearly every single lobby had some dude with Ghost, a silenced gun, and Second Chance. Anyway, I'm being a little bit harsh, so I'm gonna tone it down a little bit from here on in. Anyway, I'm just passionate about the franchise and what it's become. They'd sit in corners, the people with ghosts and silenced guns, for virtually the entire game. Is that fun? To me, hell no. Run around. It's not a real war. It's a goddamn video game. That's the way I see it, but you can't change the way that people play, and that was just a small issue that Vondi didn't correct, but I can safely say that Black Ops 1 is the most solid Call of Duty title up to date, keeping me busy from November until November of the following year. Leading on to Modern Warfare 3, this was actually a pretty special year for me. I left the PlayStation Nation to become an Xbox Fox boy, or whatever. Anyway, this was the most purchased game in the history of Call of Duty. So much hype went into Infinity Ward's new title, and I have to be honest, I was on the hype train too. Choo choo, just like I am for Black Ops 3 this year. Not only that, but I don't know why. Lots of people hated the game. I loved Modern Warfare 3. I absolutely loved it. I couldn't stand people that just bashed it. Sorry. Dog in the background, my bad. Before you guys tell me about how much of a butthead I am for liking that travesty, quote unquote, of a game, listen, I was aware of the whole lag comp business, the camping being worse than ever, worse than Black Ops 1 actually, the lethal support streaks, Assassin, Sitrep Pro, silenced MP7, silenced Gaze CR, and the dreaded dreary drab maps, and the FMG9s. The whole FU last stand and putting final stand in the game, the death streaks, the classic Infinity Ward spawn system. Yes, okay, I've heard it all. But besides all that, you can't perfect a game. You can't create a game to everybody's liking. But I really had fun with this game. You know, yes, I was in a minority. Yes, there were about 104,000 people, like, on average every day. I really had fun with it. Like, however, it's not all bad when you think about it. The introduction to All or Nothing, Kill Confirmed, Infected, the Specialist Support and Assault Strike package, the variety of kill streaks you can add, the excellent DLC maps, the face-offs, the cage matches, they brought them back so the boosters can get their stuff going, the brilliant hit detection, the somewhat decent gun balance, the excellent campaign, the death of Soap, which I was in tears after playing. I don't know, if you guys have played the Infinity Ward campaign, you had to have cried when you saw Soap on that little wooden bed thingy. I don't know what that was. There's just so much about that game that hasn't been properly credited for, and I stand up for it, and I was proud to play it for the entire year. And, oh boy, here it comes, the year that I believe started the death of COD, Black Ops 2. Listen, it's still probably the most played game, probably more so than Ghosts and Advanced Warfare combined, but listen. At first, it was a game with atrocious lag, terrible hit detection, insanely overpowered snipers, shotgunners killing you while they're staring at their own shoelaces, the target finders, the shock charges, the pistols, the skill-based matchmaking for the first couple of months of the game, dying around corners, the hackers, and the boosters, combined to contribute to the title of Black Ops 2. At least they had zombies, right? Listen, despite all the negativity this game actually has, and despite how rage-inducing it is still a fun game. I played it almost the entire year. I went back to Modern Warfare 3. I went back to all the CODs that year. That's when I rebought Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 2 for the Xbox 360. Now we have Call of Duty Ghosts. We came, we saw, and we left. That's the mentality of COD Ghosts, for most of the community, rather. That's how most of the community interpreted Ghosts. I have my share of bad things to say about this game, but can we just admit one thing? The connections on Ghosts were the most fluid, crisp, and clear out of any other COD game. I'll also give Infinity Ward props and the benefit of the doubt that they were stuck releasing a hybrid between the Xbox 360 and Xbox One graphics, but that still doesn't excuse the lame graphics. I, for one, don't really care about graphics because I play on a 32-inch monitor. If you didn't really, graphics don't really matter to me anyway, but if you guys own like a 56-inch like plasma TV with like 1080p and all the good stuff and 3D association with all that, yeah, I see why you dislike the game. But if you didn't purchase the DLC for this game, I can also see why you hated Ghost so much. Because the DLC is absolutely amazing! All the bad maps from the regular rotation and the DLC include Tremor, Whiteout, Prison Break, Stonehaven, Siege, Stormfront, Sovereign, Overlord, Chasm, Flooded, Freefall, Collision, Pharaoh, Favela, and Dynasty. Only 4 of 16 DLC maps are bad maps, while 10 out of 14 original maps are bad. That's like the major, I don't know, like that's just my opinion. I know many of you actually enjoyed like some of the maps. I don't know, some of you may enjoy Siege. I don't know. I'm just going with what I disliked and what I feel many other people disliked. Despite the game being pronounced as the worst ever Call of Duty, I did like it. Why? Because it wasn't a hard game. I've only gotten 6 chem strikes. Yes, I'm not a very good player. I will admit I have like a 1.2 whatever KD on that game, or 1.3. I don't really care. But in Modern Warfare 2, I only had 1 nuke. That just shows how bad I really am. But who actually cares? It's pubs, for Pete's sakes. It's a casual type of game. Finally, last and debatably least, Advanced Warfare. You know what? I don't even have the energy to show how much they could have potentially made a perfect game. Instead, the developers had to not listen to the community, but put skill-based matchmaking in pubs. At least Vonderhaar learned his lesson by removing it. But Advanced Warfare does have skill-based matchmaking. It's too late to revive the game now because it's been dead since November. Advanced Warfare was dead before Ghosts was dead, and I found that shocking, coming from a guy that actually liked Ghosts. I'm somewhat shocked, but they had potential. From the start of the game, they had potential. The lag was terrible. The Bal 27 ASM 1 being a future contribution to like how unbalanced the game was. The terrible maps, awful kill streak balance. The only good kill streak was the bombing run. A lack of innovation and overall carelessness the developers led to this game to where it is now. Good thing they don't have player counts, because I'm sure now the player counts are now reaching the quad digits, meaning under 10,000. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully Black Ops 3 will be a step in the right direction. Until next time, Peace.